Stout and sturdy, nice late stout and sturdy. Unfortunately, we had a lot of setting up to do, and I was a little bit late. We had a nice fish pie that I got stuck eating instead. And then again, new software, so it's all a bit of a learning curve at the moment. But hopefully it will work out okay. Rithus is unfortunately away on holiday, but this is going to be, as long as everything goes to plan, the beginning of our new campaign. So see how it goes. Otherwise, I think we are ready to begin. So the campaign is we are going to be running through the Lost Mines of Phandelver, which is an official campaign with D&D. We are going to, although this is actually going to be a little pre-section that I've done before, which isn't actually in the story, but it's just a way to get everybody to meet each other and bring people together. So we'll see how that goes. It's situated on the Sword Coast. We are going to be starting the adventure in Neverwinter. And for the moment, the whole group are... You've seen like job opportunities being posted around. You've all got different reasons for why you're searching for work or adventure. These can be up to you how much or how little you want to share with the rest of the group. But you've noticed that there's been lots of signposts put up everywhere for basically for a job. Gundren Rockseeker is looking for an escort from Neverwinter to Phandelver. And so after seeing the notice boards, you've all kind of headed down to his office, and we'll start with you all beginning in his office building. Sort of like ready for a discussion about the job up ahead. So if you give me a moment, I'll click on this.
Give it job.
It should work. Give it a little few seconds to load up. There you go. And I haven't got a NPC character.
I see cheese.
So if you want to put your characters inside the building.
Anywhere.
Just anywhere inside there for the moment.
Oh, I thought I did.
Trying to find it doesn't look anything like that. That's not what I wanted.
Yeah, I'm close to a window again.
Alright, I'm just trying to find something. Where the hell's it gone? Not that one. NPCs. There we go. See if that's got any.
The cheese. Oof.
Right, we'll get there in a second. I'll tell you what. While I'll look for a character, we'll start things off. So as you sit within this office, are you all in there? Wow, you're all
I'm just looking at the size of the chair next to my character. He's so
If you hold your character
Giant.
and then press the plus button, you can change the scale.
Oh,
So yeah, maybe scale yourselves up a little bit. You've all turned into dwarfs overnight.
my character doesn't want to get bigger.
I saw it happen. I want to be Trinzilla.
If you shake them, they stand up, I think. There you go. Wow. Maybe I should just lock this.
No, wait.
I think mine is locked. I think my character is locked.
Mine is locked.
It's not, I don't think. It's not locked. I think there might be something wrong with the red plate. No,
the
you're picking
right
it up.
size.
I pick him up, but
And then press the plus button.
No, it's.
I'm pressing it. Both.
Yeah, it
buttons.
doesn't work.
Okay, hang on. Try now.
No, mine's not. Oh yes, there it is.
Alright, chill. This is why we can't have nice people. People get carried away. Wow. We're so professional at this. Right, so this will do for the dwarf. Get behind there. There you go. Right. So, as you look behind the counter, you notice that Gundren Rockseeker is standing behind the counter. He's about an average height for a dwarf. He has a thick grey beard flowing down to his belly. He has 3 golden beads that adorn his beard in like a centre plait down the middle. He has short grey hair on top. He's wearing kind of ornate robes of dark teal, and they're embroidered with golden emblems of dwarven hammers and anvils, like a merchant sort of robe. You notice in between the robe the glint of chainmail, where he's wearing it. Sort of this robe is covering over the top of as any sound dwarf doesn't go without his armor on, so you can just see that peeking through. He's about, from looking at him, he's about middle-aged for a dwarf. And his eyes are like a dark green, almost like matching the color of his robes. So we'll presume that you've all come into the shop, and you... Hey, sit down, gather round, thank you for coming. I presume you've all come about the job advert?
Yes.
Yes, Master Dwarf.
Yes, we have.
Good. Help yourself to something to eat. I've got a job proposal for you all. If you're here not for the job, then I suggest you maybe leave. So this is a delicate situation. There's things that need to be discussed, and this is all where...
My friend seems to have had too much to drink already.
Someone's had too much to drink already.
I wanted to...
Perhaps take his beer away from him. I don't think he can handle it. So, why don't we go around and find out what you're going to be bringing to this party? First of all, I'd be needing some warriors and some fighters. I'm not expecting too much of the trouble. It's more a case of I've got an wagon load of goods that I need to take down to Phandelver, you see. And the thing is, the roads these days are a little bit busy. A little bit busy, and there's always bandits and things like that causing trouble. Now, they don't pester too many wagons, but if we get good amount of number, then the chances are they'll leave you be. So I thought if I hire enough of you, we can escort this wagon back down there and there'll be no problems. I'm offering about 5 gold a head. Journey takes about 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
3 days.
I'm
up for it.
I'm Bryn Elborn. I'm from the south. I might not know this area, but I'm very well schooled in forest terrains and stuff, and I can read signposts. And not too shabby with a bow, so I think I can be of help to you.
Very good. Have you been in fights before? Have you dealt with bandits?
Oh, one or two. The ones I can remember.
Sounds good to me. And what is your story? And he points towards Bryn. You could just, so what I'll do is I'll go through all of you, do similar to what Kill's just done. Tell me what your race is and appearance, and then it's up to you if you want to delve any more than that. And also you're all in the same room, so if you want to talk to each other, ask each other questions, you can do that as well.
Hello, I'm Bryn of Half-Elven race, as you can clearly see, and I know the area fairly well, and I'm good at reconning things. And I'm not one to back away from a fight, so I think I could probably add something to your little adventure.
Nice to meet you.
Nice, well met.
Sounds
Nice
like
to
a
meet you,
good
Bryn.
skill set to have in the party.
You see the halfling walk up, got a little swagger on him, wearing a purple hat with a feather sticking out, those frilly white shirts, and purple striped pantaloons. He says, I am the halfling Drake de Silva, greatest fighter ever. I go around hunting men and rescuing all women with confined bosoms.
Dwarf just kind of has a little chuckle. The greatest fighter, you say?
You know it. I've got this very fine pointy rapier. Wanna test me out? Let's go for it, son.
What did you say your name was?
Drake de Silva.
Drake de Silva, let me think. Are you not from around here then?
I'm around from everywhere. I've traveled up and down the Sword Coast and just happened to be in the neighborhood today looking for some work.
Right. Very famous then, lad. I can't say I've heard of you, but I trust you.
It's only because you're not running in the right circles, my friend. Give me some time and I'll introduce you to it.
Must be. Anyone else want to step forward and let me know what your credentials are? See if you're worth 5 gold pieces. Oh, bloody hell.
10 gold pieces. My good friend, I am Baron Kilros. I've travelled from the north, and I have just happened to be passing through, and I saw your sign, and I thought, well, why not? I could do with an extra 10 gold to my name. So here I am.
Bloody 10 gold. I mean, my bloody dwarven mouth. 5 gold, I meant, but...
5 gold? Okay. Well, maybe we could make an agreement.
Yeah.
8 gold? How about you? Okay. I am worth it, my friend.
That's to be seen. That's to be seen, lad.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm going to say for now.
Well, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Josephina Questelot. I'm a druid from a small hamlet in our deep forest. I was brought up there with my family. My dad gave me a unicorn when I was very small, and one day it disappeared. So I'm spending the rest of my life searching for this unicorn, and hopefully I'm going to find it on my travels.
Unicorn. I can't say I've seen many unicorns in this here parts. You never know, though. They might get lucky.
Well, I hope so. She's a beautiful unicorn. Her name's Ursula, and if you see her, you'll definitely know it's her.
I'll just make a note. Give me one moment. And he kind of pretends to scribble down the name Ursula, and he nods. Yeah, that's right. I'll let you know.
Purple streaks through her mane.
Purple, right. Purple, yeah.
My turn. Hey, Kendrick. My name is Artex Pendago. Adventuring is my game. I come from the far distant North Forest, seeking fame and fortune. And for hire, partying's the game.
What forest did you say you were from?
Tinderwood.
Tinderwood, right. I get you.
Is that near Ardy?
It could be.
It could be. You never know. So, it's all very well hearing all this, but what exactly are you all bringing to the party?
Well, as I said,
Experience.
I have good understanding and skills in the forest. I can track and I can have good perception in it.
I'm going to conjure an illusion of myself right next, like multiple versions of myself next to me.
Really?
Nice. Okay. So you and these versions of you just appear in the door slot. One of them next to the door. Oh, what? Brilliant! What? And he kind of goes to touch the illusion. His hand sinks through. Oh, that's an impressive trick, lad. I like that.
It's very useful. Very useful. I have many more talents.
Looks like there's even more than there. I'm gonna have to pay you half the price. Very well. Well, like I said, this is not much of an adventure. It's just a simple trip down the tribal pass. I don't know if you've heard it, but take a couple of days. And I've got a couple of oxen. They'll be pulling the cart. One of you, hopefully, is good enough to be able to sit on there and drive the wagon, because it can't drive itself. But hopefully, I'm sure one of you are qualified for that. He looks around, hopefully, that someone's...
I got a bag of dice with me. We can roll for it if it becomes an issue.
I'm
sure. But we've all seen oxen. We've all seen a wagon. It's not a problem for adventurers.
Can we not fire a donkey or something?
Is it an oxen, Miz? Did you say that we've got there?
A pair of oxen, yeah.
Well, my friend, and then I'm gonna, as I touch my horns because I'm a tiefling, say, I think we've got something in common.
Well, fine. Special bond, is it? Right. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. As long as it gets to A to B, that's all I'm worried about. And it's, so like I said, a couple of days trip down to Phandelver. Now, the oxen are obviously slow, but they've got quite a lot of goods to pull in the cart, which is why we're using the oxen rather than some fresh horses. But usually, like I said, no trouble. There's no trouble. There's been a few bandits, but I think with your number, it'll keep them at bay. There's a slight hitch at the moment, because I plan to go ahead of you lot, and I had to go and do some trade agreements down at Phandelver before you arrive. But my bodyguard, Sildar Hallwinter, seems to have gone missing. Now, he had, something useful. I kind of need it, and I would be useful to be having him as well. So, I think it may be best if you could go and find him first, and then perhaps we can be on our way for the journey.
That sounds definitely like a plan. Do you know which area you went missing?
Well, I've been to the tavern, and because that's how I know he was missing. He's always there drinking. And,
just point me to the way.
Well, the problem is, the barman said he hasn't seen him in 2 days, which got me worried, because he's in there like a fish. He drinks all his wages. You never need to go. He's either here or over there drinking, so I know he's missing. Now, I spoke to some villagers, and they've said that he went scouting out a bandit camp just on the outskirts of Neverwinter. I haven't got a map because they're costly things, but I've got a kind of direction that I can give to you. It leads to where it is. Hopefully, you'll find him before he's there, and he's not there, and he cleared it out. He's done things like this before. He likes to keep his blade sharp. He's retired, you see, and he likes to keep himself busy. So if I just tell you where he is, you can go and find him, and we can all be on our way. Is that agreeable to you all?
Sounds good to me.
That's fine. That's fine. I've travelled quite far today. This week, may I bother you for just some brief refreshments before we get on our way? Is that okay?
Sure, the table there is laid out. Help yourself
Lovely.
to food, whatever.
Thank you.
Before the journey happens, we'll give you your basic provisions for the journey. We won't let you go hungry. Don't worry, that will be provided for you.
Fantastic. Okay. Do you have the contract by any chance that I may glance over?
Sure. He walks back to you can see behind the counter these bookshelves full of scrolls and things like that. So he walks back, pulls out a scroll, lays it on the table, unrolls it, and to show you all. If you could all just come over here and sign here, that'll be great.
Fantastic.
Make it all nice and legal.
The funeral expenses. The funeral expenses will be covered by yourself, I imagine.
Funeral? Like I said, you won't be having no bother on this path. You'll be fine.
Better be positive.
I just like to cross my whatever their T's and I can never get the right phrase for that one. Cross my T's and what's the one for it? Cross the T's and O's, whatever it is.
Dot my eyes.
Dot my eyes. My dad is terrible. He's the worst. He taught me badly. Yes. Fantastic.
But Baron, do you have any people back home that would be interested in your body if you're dead?
I have potentially. There are some people who are interested in my body right now.
Well, the thing is, funeral expenses, that just sounds like throwing money away. We can just dig a hole in the ground and leave you in the forest.
You think it's going to be dangerous then?
Wow. I'm not sure I quite like you, Brune, right now. You, I hope you don't talk to everybody this way, Brune.
No. I'm just saying.
Just
We're in the forest. You die, you get buried in the forest.
Practical man.
Carried
I would-
along for
I
2
would-
days to the nearest town.
I would rather my body was returned home to the northern mountains.
That's why I asked. You need to tell us where we need to send your body.
I will.
And pay us in front for that service.
Hang on a minute. Are you thinking it's going to be dangerous? Do you think we're not going to be able to do it?
My dear, it is always dangerous. And only a fool would assume that it's never dangerous.
Well, not that it's never dangerous, but
We all know
surely we can take on a few bandits in a wood.
I don't know. I don't know you. Maybe you could.
And a
Maybe you
rogue
can.
unicorn.
Well, I could take on most things single-handed. So with you lot,
I'm
I'd hope
sure
that
you
we'd
could.
be pretty. That we wouldn't be thinking about dying.
I don't
So I'm
know.
not-
This is the first time I've ever met any of you. This is the first time I've ever even remotely gone on a journey with a half-breed or a halfling. Sorry, should I say? My apologies. A halfling. So I'm not even sure he would be able to. I'm not even sure he'd be able to bury me. Are you able to pick up a spade?
You see, it's easier to dig a hole than carry you.
But I'm sure you would be able to dig a hole, young small man.
You did.
It's easy, my boy. All you need to do and remember is take that weapon of you and shove the pointy end. And
I'm just playing, Brune. I'm just playing.
No intention of dying whatsoever.
Good. Neither have I.
Good. Let's go help that god with his midlife crisis.
Yes, let's. That sounds
Druids
fantastic.
aren't scared of
Right,
forests,
so,
should be fine.
Before we continue on, I'm just going to say that some points of note. Things like, don't forget, obviously while we were role playing this, there's things that you can do, like if you think somebody's lying and things like that, you can roll to perceive perception and things like that to see whether they're telling the truth. Also, I'm trying to go along the lines of that if you do, so you've all got character flaws and things like that. So if you play to your character backgrounds and it may be like counterproductive to what the team want or something, but it's to your flaw or whatever, then I will be marking down like inspirational points and things like that, or extra bonus XP for good role play. And also I've got little tokens on the board that what I'll do is if I give you inspiration, if I feel like you're handling the situation well or whatever. If I give you inspiration, it means that you'll have advantage on one of your rolls. So you can either use it to counter a disadvantage, or you can do it for I think it's like an ability check.
No.
Cool.
Inspiration is a dice you can add to your roll.
There's a different. This one it says that it's. Well, I don't know if maybe it's not inspiration, but it says it gives you an advantage. The bard one, it's different to bardic inspiration, which does give you a dice to add to your roll.
Okay.
Ooh, I could do with a tune right about now. A merry
No
tune.
bards. You have no bards.
I knew a bard on the way down here. He was a cheeky fellow.
So
Sadly, he didn't join me. Other places to be.
I move
Oh,
up
we
to you. Sorry?
I was wondering, are we stopping for magic potions or just following the?
Well, we had said we'd be able to. My dear dwarf, you said that you had provisions for us on this trip. We have food. Do you have any potions of any kind, healing potions, and basic kind of, just gear to make sure that we, are good.
I believe
forget the
you
dwarf's
should.
name,
You'll
sorry.
have a basic adventure kit that you start with. We'll make sure you travel on the journey with that, and what's in there is what's in there.
Splendid.
Brilliant.
Okay, I move forward to sign my name on the piece of paper, and then as I walk away, I go in search of bosoms needing to be rescued.
My dear fellow.
Okay, so I take it you all.
Pardon, Master Rockseeker, but what was the name of your friend that we're supposed to meet up with at the outskirts of Neverwinter?
Sildor Hallwinter.
Thank you.
He's a warrior, a good fine warrior. He's been my bodyguard for some time. He's a very kind-hearted fellow, but he used to be in the military and is now retired and is more of a sellsword, almost full-time bodyguard.
What does he look like?
You're noticing he has dark brown hair tied in a warrior's knot. He's got nice bright blue eyes, very trusting eyes, you see. He normally wears his full armor of chainmail. He carries a long sword and a crossbow.
And where am I to be, did you say?
So I've got a piece of paper here. It gives you some directions to where this rumored camp is on the outskirts of Neverwinter. If you head that way, I'm sure you'll find it.
Do you have a map of the area that we may borrow?
Very cool.
I have no maps. Maps are very pricey, lad. It's
Really?
not something I can afford. Yeah. But I've drawn little arrows and stick men. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Which direction? North, east, south,
Okay.
west?
South of the village. Here's the piece of paper, and then he holds it out for one of you to take it.
So you are a man that follows the
And
stars.
we pick up
then.
the wagon train at that point.
You're gonna you're gonna go and find Sildor and then bring him back. What the thing is. Okay. So
Okay.
I'll move your characters off of the thing for a moment because we're doing the scene change. So like I said, for this, for now we're just gonna kind of skip to where you want to go because we need to. It's more like I said, just practicing using the software still a bit.
Okay.
But obviously, in the future, will be more.
I will create that for us.
Josephina, I hope you grabbed the piece of paper. You look like the
I'm
clever
no
one
good with maps.
in this
Don't-
party.
I'm
Oh,
not good
okay.
with maps. It's not my thing. I just follow,
I'll
follow the
take it.
path.
Okay, it's up to a fiefling.
I took the map.
Good.
You took the map.
I did.
No, I was too busy having a lovely cheese sandwich. I don't know what they have considered cheese here, but it's not bad.
Very nice looking map.
Definitely.
Grab your little. Whoops.
Where am I?
Did you
And
just
the
throw it
entire
to me?
party suffered a tragic death.
Hey, I'm not
Go
that
away,
way
away.
inclined. I'm not that way inclined. Come on.
Am I?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you head out of Neverwinter. You follow the directions that were given to you on the scroll. You head for. It's actually not too far away from the town. This bandit camp has been rumored by quite a few people. It's been spoke about in the taverns. They've been harassing people, trade wagons that have kind of come in and out of Neverwinter. As you approach, you walk down the road and you find to the side of this thicket where a sort of pathway's been kind of cut in and worn out. Who's breaking the board?
Never
Not
touch it.
me. Didn't touch it. Not
I
me.
can't click things. I'm gonna have to delete
What's
it now.
happened to it? It's back.
No, it's not. It's fucked.
It is on mine.
It's because I'm floating it in midair, otherwise it'll destroy the whole board. Right. And
Ah,
What happened to it?
there is a giant. The sky is falling. Ah!
The floor is full.
I've been crushed.
Where is the elephant and the turtle?
Oh, there.
There- Oh, everyone knows that the 4 elephants and the turtle and the great turtle are holding up the world.
Really?
It's
Wow.
more of a square one.
Okay.
Right. Can we be careful where we click, please? So that I don't have to keep messing with this. Yeah, I'll do.
I haven't even got a proper table to put around.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not even showing.
Looks like my swimming pool thing.
Okay, so
I don't understand.
pardon?
No. I hope it wasn't me. All I'm using is middle button and right button to rotate and zoom in and out of camera view. I'm not. Anyway.
I mean,
So as you approach the thicket that's been worn down a bit, you hear through the bushes talking, and just like a little bit of a hustle and bustle of a camp. And you notice through the trees and the rocks, there's been a camp set up for this. I'm just going to place. So later on we'll practice putting like fog of war and stuff on it, but for now I'm just going to place everybody so you can see where they are. As long as it all works. There we go. Nice.
Interesting.
What we can do is just.
Warrior is like jiggling by the cart.
What is that? Oh, is it the dwarf still there?
Hmm?
The dwarf is still there.
Getting jiggy with it.
Weird foggy thingy.
Jiggy jiggy what?
Things that need to be set up a little bit more. That's fine.
That doesn't do much.
Yeah, I can still see through it.
No! Illusion broken.
I'll just pretend I see nothing. Oh, now I can see nothing. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, so you as you start approaching here, a bit of hustle and bustle in front of you. What do you want to do?
I am going to look around for any traps.
We should try and
What
find
day by
out
the
how
bush?
many there are.
There we are.
How many? Is that Clint over there?
Clint?
Can we see him?
Huh?
Is that Clint?
You don't know a Clint. Ah, you guys. So,
Oh,
are you stealthing, or are you just going to basically search for traps noisily?
Is this
Not noisily.
Well, that one says they want to go quietly, so I'm presuming you're all going to be noisy.
Is this a bandit camp?
Okay, so I'm
Hail
going
in
to
the camp.
stealthily look in the vicinity for traps.
So yes, that's how I killed the Hellcat of Tiberius. Yes. Oh, are we here? Haha, good, jolly good. Let's get to business.
I'm gonna sort of disappear.
Okay,
behind
so
this
those
tree.
that want to stealth, if they want to roll D20 for me, and
It's my D20.
always
Stealth.
D20.
Stealth. Yes, let us do stealth.
That's a
Sounds
stealth
like a good
modifier,
idea.
whatever your stealth modifier is.
16.
I don't know if I even have stealth modifiers. This thing I've got. Being senses. What's that now?
Okay, D20 for stealth. Magical 5. What a fun! Rolling a 5.
19.
Wow!
14.
Look at Joe move.
you
So
can't
good.
see it on stream.
Barely silent.
Did you use the dice tower? Where are you?
Yeah.
Well, I got 5
I can't show you on the screen. Unless you tell me and I can scan over to where you are.
Okay, so we'll go around. And did you roll for stuff?
I got a 11 plus 8, 19.
Okay. Brood, what did you get?
I got a 5 plus 7, so 12.
Okay. Drake, what did you get?
14.
And Artix,
16.
and you got a 19.
I got a
wasn't it?
19.
So everybody.
I was wrong.
So-
I didn't get. I have a -1 on dexterity, so I got a 4.
You could have. Wow,
4.
okay.
Well, you know, boisterous fellow that I am. Very loud talking.
Well, we'll
Are
say that,
we stealthing now, people? Are we stealthing now?
Be very, very quiet.
Shh! Everybody, take your time. It's fine. I'm here. Everything's going to be okay.
As you sort of approach, they all just like kind of like, grab your whatever your character's name is now, Baron, and they just sort of like put their hand up and go, shh, being quiet. And the group managed to successfully sneak as a group together.
So we're all stealth.
So who was it that was going to roll for traps?
Me.
Can you roll for perception then, please?
Wow. 19 plus 6.
Okay.
25.
You notice in front of you, not very well hidden, just a cord that goes across the pathway that's been cut through the thicket. And you see that it's actually attached to a crossbow that's stuck, wedged into the rock, so that if anyone trips up on it, it will shoot a crossbow across.
Oh,
I
can
turn
we
around to the
disarm
group.
it?
I turn around to the group and say, I don't say anything. I say, and I point towards the thing, and I point towards the arrow crossbow.
And we whisper, can anybody disarm it?
I can try.
Be able to.
Do we have
How do you
anyone with the
disarm it?
What would you need?
skills?
What would you need to disarm it? Just untie the string.
Walk
we have-
over it.
We could do with a thief or someone
You can.
with nimble
I'm sure you've
hands.
got.
Well, I'm not a thief, but I have a thief's toolkit. I could give it a go.
Is it easy to walk over? Can you just climb over it, or is it going to be like,
It's
you try
about
this and go
like
off?
ankle height, so you can walk over it if you want to.
I'm going to just walk over it.
Then anyone going to
Okay.
attempt to disarm it?
No, let's just avoid it.
I'm just going to avoid it because there's a Punk.
We have to work. Where is this bloke? Can you see
Hang
him?
on. But I want to look at the trap again. Is it just a crossbow?
Yeah.
It's just the rope attached to the
Okay,
crossbow.
so I take the bolt out of the crossbow.
There you go.
That's a good idea.
See, someone's got the smarts in the group. Someone's got.
Where?
Could you be bringing him along?
Watching the little one.
Quick thinking. Good thinking. Good thinking. Has anyone? Have we
Plus
done
one
a?
to bolt.
What you're looking for?
The fellow we're looking for, what's his name?
Sildor Hallwind.
Sil-
Or Hallwind.
Can we see him? Can we see him from where we are?
Currently, from where you are, you can't see him. Inside the camp, you notice, so from what you can see, ahead of you down the path is a paddock, well, not a paddock, like a fenced-in arena that's spiked wood fences. You notice in there 2 or 3 horses with what looks to be like one of the bandits standing among it. You notice ahead 2 watchtowers, one close to where you are, and one further on the corner of where the horses are. Further than that, you can't see at the moment.
Okay, so how many warrior are the guards in the towers at the moment?
So
And
this is
the one by the horses and the two in the tower. I wonder, are they far enough to be able to shoot them? The distance. Where's that measuring stick?
So do we have any
Not
idea?
very
Have we've got any idea what's in?
I'm not
So
using
we.
this one then.
So what can we see from where we are is we can just see there's just a couple horses, and then what, a guard tower, 2 guard towers ahead of us, or what can we see?
To your left of the guard tower, that's it's like in the top of the trees, sort of canopy area. You notice a guard standing on top of that, kind of looking. He's looking more towards the horse direction currently. Then at the end of where the horses are, you can see there's a female human-sized person standing among the horses, and then at the bottom of there's also another watchtower with a guard sitting on top. Further than that, you can't quite make out. It's a bit further away.
Quite a few of them then.
Can I see? I haven't been able to set this up the way I want to, but I want this character to have the mask of being able to change into things. And I'd like to be able to change into one of the bandits, please. But I don't know. I haven't been able to find it. That's the problem. I looked in D&D today, and I couldn't figure out where it was.
What's this mask thing now? At level 1.
It might be level 1 spell.
I think it is. Well, if it's not, it's level. Yeah, it might be level 2. I'm not sure, but it's just cool? It's just an item that you can wear. It's the guy in Critical Role has it.
I think they started at level 2 though.
So it might be level 2, but it's
okay. Yeah, but it's a magical item. How do you start with that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's not a magical item. It's called Master something, but it's actually a spell that he's talking about.
I think so, but he can put it on at any time, all the time, kind of thing. And you can change into things, but I couldn't find it. I mean, I don't have to do it. We can carry on without it. It's fine. But it was just something I was just thinking it'd be kind of cool to turn into one of the bandits.
Let me just have a quick look. Warlock. I think it was. Let's put it level order.
I'll try and find it.
Because when I was playing Warlock, I was looking for something like that, but I never found it.
Kane, fighter.
Yeah, I'm a fighter for now.
Do you see there's a girl at the bottom of the... No, who's the... Yes, it is you with the fluffy shirt.
Yep.
That's right. No, you see there's a bosom for you to save at the bottom of a horse pen.
Oh, there are many to save, definitely.
Or do you think she might be one of the bandits?
Either way, she's going to be freed.
Oh, it's the Mask of Many Faces. That's what it's called. The Mask of Many Faces.
And that's a spell.
One second, let me just look it up.
Sorry, I just got the name wrong. That's probably why I couldn't find it. How do you use the Mask of Many Faces?
What's up?
What spell is it? Level is it?
A warlock can use a spell without a slot. Does not mean they can cast the spell as often as they want. Okay, fair enough. It is a misunderstanding in the. It depends. People are arguing about how to. It's how house rules how you want to use it. Cast the sky. I'm trying to figure out.
Wait, Madness. What level spell is it?
I don't know. So I'm trying to find it. That's the problem. It was quite fiddly. I can't find it. That's might be my problem. To find out.
The problem is with D&D Beyond, sometimes you search something, it doesn't actually find it that easy at times.
How do you use it? My warlock thinks you use. Does it say? It's annoying. It's annoying. Mask of Many Faces, magic item. So maybe I need to be the.
It says it's an item, but I'm sure we saw it.
It's homebrew.
Yeah. No, I think I don't know. We'll have to look it up again, Madness, because I think it was.
Yeah.
We did find it somewhere else that wasn't an item, but I don't remember.
It's a wondrous item. It's very rare. Requires attunement. It says here.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Yeah, but it wasn't that
Mask
you found. It was something else that you were doing.
I found it. Mask of Many Faces, shapeshift. The mask has 3 charges you can gain expend 1 charge.
Yeah,
per wave
that's
to
yeah, I
cast
know,
a
but
spell.
that's not what he's on about. He's on about
I think-
something different.
I think they might have. It might be house rules on it though, Miz. They might have done a house rules on it. That might be what he did. I think it might be the same thing. He wears a mask of many faces, which is what his
I
character
don't
is.
think it's an item. I think it's a spell, but it's I can't remember where I saw it now. It was under Warlock.
Yeah, because I was specifically looking for something like that, but anything that was level
It is an
1,
item. It is an item.
2,
It's a
or
wondrous
3
item.
didn't have it.
It is. It's a wondrous item, and it
No.
says here.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
not
but I
spell.
think you're getting mixed up with something else.
Yeah, because my character for the Warlock was designed to go do disguises and things, so I went to the spells to look for something like that. Never saw that though.
It's an invocation.
Anyway, I think we'll have to look another time.
Yeah. Don't delay it for ages for me. Just it was one of those things I was fiddling for it, and I will have to go back and double check.
Boys,
Carry on. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. So I can just see that. Okay, so that doesn't happen.
A mask of many faces. It just comes under disguise self. It's a spell called disguise spell.
I'm getting
It's an
magic.
illusion spell at first level.
Sorry, you said which level is it?
First level it's a spell called disguise self. You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use your actions.
Oh, that's cool.
So I can change.
It's a warlock
okay.
thing. So the warlock thing is called Mask of Many Faces. That's what it's called, but it's like I think it's I don't know, it comes under.
I can change my spell now. I can change.
It's an
my,
eldritch invocation, whatever the hell that is.
That you achieve invocations you only achieve when you hit level 3 with the Warlock.
Yeah, so it's on that basically, and then it becomes using a level 1 spell. But I don't think you probably can't use it yet. I think.
No, you need to be level 3 to get invocations.
Okay.
Cut the bases is easier.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
We'll get to it later. Cool.
Okay, now let's see how to do this.
Oh, Joe and Trin's names are mixed up, are they?
Yeah, boys, this looks like a well guarded camp with outposts.
Who changed the order? Who left Zoom, by the way? Did someone just leave Zoom?
My Zoom reloaded. It got stuck at some point.
That's what's happened. That's why everyone's out of order.
Sorry,
I think Des is leaving anyway, so you're going to have to change it again in a second.
Oh, look.
So,
I'm Artex now.
Okay, don't worry. It's easier if I move.
Sorry, guys, this is a very technical issued game today. It's all just a bit of learning curve.
I don't quite know how we're going to take this many bandits on.
Nor do I.
Can we go from the other side?
Can we let the animals out? Maybe some will chase after them. Can we
There
see
are
a way
animals.
maybe to do that?
Book the animals. That's a
It's
good idea.
horses.
That's a good idea.
Make a bit of a hole in the fence and see if you can.
Because
Barring
that we need to get the guys in the tower because they're going to be the first ones to spot us.
But if you do it while you're stealthed, if you make a hole in the fence while we're stealthed, what do you think?
I think we can try. Well, at least we can run away if it doesn't work.
I could try and speak
No one
to
got
the horses.
any spells that you can use?
Well, I can cast an audible sound to distract them. So I could cast a large sound, I could do lots of things. I mean, I was thinking about projecting a very booming voice, a loud voice, very powerful voice, and demanding the release of Sildar, because all hell is about to descend upon them. But I don't know. That might give away our position a little bit too quick.
I've got one for you, Madness. It comes from your character that's a tiefling. He gets the stuma something.
You know a lot about tieflings? Wow, you've traveled the world,
yeah.
I say.
He's got this cantrip that he gets. It's under the description of Warlock. It allows you to make loud sounds when you use it, change your eye color, and fires spontaneously grow bigger and smaller. It's right under the Tiefling and Player's Handbook.
I unfortunately don't happen to have that handbook with me right now.
Sorry.
I may not have that right at this very moment, but I can definitely use the spell to project my voice and to do something, and I could look into this for the next time we come on this great adventure together.
Okay, cool.
But I like your spirit, young man.
Guys, I've got to go. And,
Okay, Des.
I'm sorry. I left some ideas in a PM for you, Miz. And
Wow.
Okay, thank you.
whatever you need. I'm going to leave things up and running to make it easier so you don't have to reconfigure things. And maybe you can just move my figurine around. I should be back in a while. Okay?
Fantastic.
Thanks very much, Des.
Good timing.
Right.
Just as we're about to engage the enemy, you leave us, sir.
Miz can use me. I gave him some instructions. So
Okay.
He's almost like this gentleman I heard of called Valros who hides in trees. He's this legend of the Valros has traveled far and wide.
Okay, so from which one was Des?
This ruler is that feet.
It was this one. So yeah, just say that's 5 feet per block. So
5 feet per block.
Bruin thinks that if you make a noise, I can climb up to the guard tower and take him out, perhaps.
I think we'd be better off trying to shoot the ones in the tops of the guard tower
Sounds good.
with our bow rather than climbing up there, because we're going to be spotted if we climb up the guard towers, aren't we?
I'm
once
pretty
we
nimble.
do-
I'm pretty nimble.
Let's cover him. It's better if he can take the guard out stealth.
Okay.
Is that where
If
we?
it goes wrong, we can all just make a pincushion out of him.
If it goes wrong, we'll run.
He
Oh, you
will
can-
raise
should
the alarm,
have.
though.
I mean, you could shoot him. It's an option.
But
Will you
if we don't kill him, he'll raise the alarm and everyone will come running.
Will your
We
stealth be
don't.
broken when you kill him?
Yes.
Okay.
But how about not? We don't need to use everybody, but before they make the sound, as he goes for the one guard, maybe position ourselves close to their other towers, and then at the same time try and take out each one of those guards.
Well,
And-
why don't I? I mean, I don't know. We're stealth. We'll get advantage, don't we?
He's a rogue, so he should get. I think he gets a stealth attack, doesn't he? For a rogue.
Good if he stealths.
So he could even do it with his bow. I think he gets a
You got any of
stealth
those
attack.
spells like entangle where you can, or fog? Who's got the fog?
I knew it was coming.
No, that's a special occasion.
Have you brought the fog with you?
Okay.
I haven't tangled though, but the
Well,
whole point of lookout people is if we hit him or shoot him or whatever, he's gonna call out to
He's
his
gonna-
mates to come and attack us. Can you?
So we can move swiftly with purpose, and we'll deal
Could-
a fatal
could
blow.
you entangle on some of
If
them over there?
Bryn's sneaking, he can do a sneak attack. So
Yeah.
currently we have an issue. We have a tower right near us,
Yeah.
and we have potentially the woman by the horses that could see us. Other than that, the other
One
guard
by the
tower.
horses.
There's those two
Is-
towers.
What about this man?
Is the
You
guard
can't see. He's
tower-
one on the tower. Oh, your tower's blocked for you. Sorry, hang on.
Does the guard tower look the way we see it? It's so if he goes down, the other guards are gonna see he's down, not just that he's missing.
There you go. Now you can see.
Can we
Oh.
see?
Sorry,
Can we see these
my
ones?
fog of war had cut that up. I didn't realise. Well, they're sort of a bit further away, so you can't see them too well. You notice that to the further end of the field, there is another you can see like the legs of another guard tower, but it kind of juts up into the tree line, so you can't quite see if there's a guard on there or
Okay.
not from your position. But you know that there's another one. They're kind of overlooking each other.
So we probably need to take this one out first, don't we? The one that's closest to us.
Yes, and try to do it stealthily.
Archers, ho!
Yes.
Or if two of us shoot this one near, and then you go and stealthily get the other bloke up there at the same time.
Do you think we can take him?
My
Wow, this
dice is
group.
bad. If I didn't
I
have
think-
to worry about dice, I would have said, let's take this tower in front of us. Bryn goes for the stealth kill. If
I'm
he
worried
does-
about the one closest. I think I need.
Yes,
to,
I'm
you need to
talking
take him.
about-
Ah, sorry, I
I'm
see it. Yeah. I
I'm
see
talking
it,
about
I see it.
him.
Yeah.
You go up for him. If you don't drop him with the stealth attack, we make a pincushion out of him. Else, we attack whoever notices it.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Don't
sounds like
you-
a plan.
You don't need to alert everybody. If we can take them one at a time,
But,
it's best.
But-
Okay.
Baron, you, sir.
You want me to give you some guidance?
One more. Baron, you said you could make a noise. I think he's asleep.
Who's eating the cheese
Sorry.
now?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Are you referring to me?
Stealth.
Yes.
Stealth. Yes.
No, he can make a noise. Can you just
Sorry.
make a noise like a bang, or
A bang?
a horse sound, or I don't know, something? How
Yeah.
does it work? I'm
Oh.
not used to magic stuff. How does it work?
I can make any sound. You want a large explosion? You want a horse sound, a lion's roar, a jaguar, whatever you want. I can do it.
Well, I could
How
try
about
s-
a bear or something?
A
Let's
bear?
Speak to the horses.
Yeah.
I can do a very loud bear sound to maybe spook the horses, cause them to trample.
Well,
this
the problem we've
guard.
got is the guard towers. They look at each other. Perhaps if you make a noise, how far can you make the noise?
Within visual, so it's wherever I can
Visual
see,
range.
I can make it
So
as
if you-
far as visual range. So
Far down to that tower right in the back where we just see the legs, you make a noise there.
Yeah.
Everybody should turn to look that way.
Yeah.
I could stealth
Charge.
kill this one in the nearest tower. How does that sound?
sounds fine. This sounds good. Let's do it. I'm ready. So
Okay.
I need to find. I'm ready to do this.
So, you cast. Is everybody happy with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's too
So-
late. I'm already getting ready.
You cast your spell. I need to roll. Let me find out what his bow is.
It is. Hang on. Let me just get it right.
His short bow is 1d6. Oh no, I've got to roll to hit first.
It's a cantrip, so it's not a spell. Well, it's a spell, but it's
Well, it is a spell, but it's one you know well
Yeah.
enough.
yeah, exactly. And its range is 30 feet, supposedly. Actually,
30
sorry.
feet, okay.
My bad. Is that not far? That's probably not going to be. That's not. I'm not going to be able to quite do this.
That's not very
Where you
far
want
at
to-
all.
Bollocks.
By the rock.
I'm new to this.
Okay, change of plan.
Change of plan.
Well, I could.
Well,
I could.
You can speak to
I'll tell you
animals.
what, I could speak to the horses and ask them if they. I could ask them if they've seen this bloke, if he's in here, and ask them to start creating as if they were afraid or something, and that might cause
could-
distraction.
Well, we don't have to distract them. I could call them like a noise to bring them to us, so then we could then pounce upon
Josephina.
them.
Josephina, you can tell the brown one that the spotted one was doing nasty things to the other one and then cause a sitcom ruckus, and they will make big noise and distraction.
Whatever
Yeah,
we do, we
I-
must do it soon, for my legs are growing
Okay.
weary.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, I'll cast.
You talk to animals.
I'll
I'll
cast
shoot the
speak with
guard.
animals.
You make a noise.
Yes.
Baron, you make a noise and get them to come over here.
Okay,
the horses
so
or the guards.
to appease the person the cheeky chap in chat, I shall make a loud farting noise. No, joking.
You talk to the animals. Right, okay, so we're doing this in order. First of all,
We'll do
is it just a spell? You don't cast anything, do you?
No, it's just a
a
cantrip. One action.
Yeah.
It's just an action.
Okay,
Just
so
an
yours
action.
is an action, and yours is an action as well. Okay, so first of all, you talk to the animals.
Horses. What's your name? You have to be the horse now, Tim.
But
Is it Dobbin?
Nay! I'm Bartholomew the Third.
We're looking for this chap. I've forgotten his name.
I don't understand what a chap is.
Have the bandits got any prisoners? Have you noticed?
Trapped man like us, yes.
Trapped man, yeah?
We
With brown hair and a little bun.
don't know what brown is. But...
Brown, like the colour of you, your fur, your hair.
Yes.
Yes. Do you know how many bandits there are?
I can't count on my hooves.
More than your hooves, then. Oh dear.
More than my hooves.
Do you
Yes.
think in a second you might be able to help us?
Perhaps. What is it in me? These are nasty.
I've got some
People.
lovely carrots here. Lovely carrots.
Carrots. Oh, very well.
Okay. So when you hear
Okay.
when I say now, I want you to start booking.
Someone please clip this, please, for me later.
Bartholomew the Third
I want you and
is
your
willing to
friends
aid.
to start booking and jumping. Okay.
My
And
little horse.
looking a bit disturbed. You think you could do that for me? We just want to create a distraction to help to free our friend.
and
Through
we
the
will-
power of druidic
we will free you.
you've had through speaking to many animals, you managed to convey your message, and Bartholomew goes whinnies a little bit, and he's prepared to aid on your say-so. Okay, so they're ready.
They're ready.
So what I'm going to
So-
do is Bryn is going to shoot at the guard, and
Before
then
you shoot
horses
anything,
are going to make a disturbance. Once the guards have got the attention on the horses, you make a noise to draw those guards towards the rocks. Does that sound good?
Okay,
Joe.
just a question.
Joe.
What happened to his sneak attack?
He's going to use sneak attack.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yes.
currently hidden in where is he? He's in the rocks. Yeah.
Do Bryn want Bryn? Do you want me to aim on the second tower or give backup to you?
You don't have stealth attack, do you? Or do you?
No, but I can let the arrow fly. After the stealth is broken. If you don't drop him, do we want to attack that
Yeah.
one
If he
you
doesn't
shot at?
die, you can shoot at him.
If he doesn't
Okay.
die, we're shooting the one in the tower.
Yep.
Yes.
He's the first target.
Yeah.
Why do I do it now?
You get the ruler and then you
No, I
double
mean,
click.
where's the
Yeah.
point
You
of
need to have the
doing that?
ruler first.
is Joe now finished the spell that she was doing? Because I guess she can't
She's
hear
finished
me.
talking.
It lasts for a while once I've
She
cast
can
it.
talk to me
Oh.
when she's ready.
Joe,
Maybe
just
go.
did you find out by any chance? Did the horses? Did they know where they were keeping? What building or place where they were keeping?
Bartholomew. Did you see?
Yes.
Did you see where the man with the bun was?
Yes.
Where? Where do you think?
In the tents around the corner.
Round the corner.
Yes.
Can you be
So
more
round the
descriptive?
corner from here. Okay.
Within the
Describe,
tent.
describe
Within
the building?
the
House, thing, bed, cover, materials, stuff.
or where they live, like the houses.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I think they're in the cat. I think he's in one of the tents.
Okay.
Places.
I would assume he would be in a
I'll
tent.
find it on D&D Beyond.
But I love horses, such intelligent creatures. Can tell you the difference between a tent and a tent. Wonderful, stupid beasts. Stupid
Living
beasts.
creatures. He's been around humans a lot. They talk about the tents. It's all good.
So,
So
you didn't do the
I don't know what his
attack.
hit is. Where
Yeah,
is
but
it? Where does it tell you on D&D Beyond? I'm missing it.
Right at the end when you're doing the character sheet, where you can print it or just view the entire character. You add
I'm
the item
viewing
there.
it.
Then it means he didn't add it as wearing it. You go to his items. Yeah, go to his
Under it.
items and wear and
No, he's wearing it. Damage.
Under attacks, it says to hit and then damage.
Oh, okay, I see. Attacks.
Attacks and then to hit.
That's why I scrolled down, that's why. Okay, so +6 to hit. 13, so you got 16, so 8, 19. So that hits. And then D8 +4. D8. 5, 6, 7, 9 points of damage, and then with stealth, he gets, I think it's a 1d6. So 9 plus 1d6. 4. 13 points of damage.
Wow.
So let me have a look. And which one was it? Yep. He's dead. So as you notice, Bryn pulls his little short bow up,
Phew.
does a shot straight from underneath the tower. You see this arrow just go straight up under the guard's chin. So at the same time as this is happening, you're telling Bartholomew to create a scene.
Ruckus.
He goes around and like kicks up, starts moving around the paddock.
All of them.
The two, what it causes all the others to go a bit crazy. They start running up and down within the fenced area that you see. The bandit woman that you see there gets let me just roll.
Kick them in the...
She fouled, so she got knocked prone on the floor from the.
She got knocked upside down.
She got completely knocked up prone.
She got knocked up.
There you go. So she's prone. And then the guard at the top of the tower was looking down. So while they're all kind of disturbed looking at the horses, Bryn releases the arrow from his bow, goes up underneath the chin of the guard, straight through his head, and the guard kind of just falls down off of the tower to the bottom of it. He kind of collapses and falls over to the base of the tower, out of sight, between the rocks. Splat. Okay.
Okay. The rest of us, I think, shoot the guy in the tower, and then we can handle the chick that's prone.
Do we have a half second to see if a guy in the tower noticed? Do we see commotion?
He's at the moment. He's not noticed the.
He's not noticed his friend.
He's not noticed the friend in the other tower fall down because he's too busy looking at the mess that's going on in front of him. To the woman below. Steady them horses up! What is going on? Stop them! He's a bit of a posh bandit.
Posh bandit.
How many arrows we got? Crew, let's take him out.
Yeah, we go for move close and go for the tower guy in the tower, then we can go for the prone chickie after that.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, who goes first? Oh, is it the initiative thing? Or is it not?
At the moment, there's no one really. It's only this one that's seen, so we're not running for initiative just yet.
Okay.
Why is there loads of dots around him? Who keeps drawing on stuff?
Oh my god, my capacity's come up.
I'm definitely within 150 feet.
Okay, so you're going to take a shot.
Oh god.
Me as well.
Same here. So anybody go? I'll go last.
Pen cushion.
Okay.
Fine.
Hello.
Are we rolling initiative? Are we rolling?
No. Just go for the shot to see if you hit him.
Attack!
Oh, we all shoot at the same time. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Why not?
Okay. Is it 30? How's the
Right.
distance?
Because we can
80.
keep an attack for the goal if we kill him with the first one.
What do
I
you
know,
think the
that's why,
distance is?
Gil,
30.
I know, that's why I said we go down the line and everybody gets a shot at the tower person. But if the tower person dies, then whoever left to still shoot will shoot the prone chicken.
Okay.
You need
okay.
one person that's going to shoot first, because once you take a shot at him, if he doesn't die, he's going to
Yes.
know you're shooting at him. So
Miz?
one of you pick to shoot. Yep.
So
May
who shoots
I
first?
I'd like to, whilst we're doing all this, I'm going to cast my armor,
Okay.
my spell for. Hang on, let me just make sure I get the spell name right. It's called Armor of Agathos. It's a cold spell, so I'm going to be like literally glistening, like shining and shining. It's a protective magical force manifesting in a spectral frost that covers you and my gear. You gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration. It lasts an hour. If creatures hit you with a melee attack, you have those. While you have those hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to add your temporary hit points to your thing, you cast that from behind the rock, I presume, so you're not being seen.
I'll just take a note of it. I'll just add it. I have to. If I use it, I might not use it. I might just keep it on me for now. I don't. If it's whether I don't want to use the hit points.
Okay. So who's taking the shot?
Can we not all 3 at the same time attack since there's no initiative?
Well, that might be a waste then, though, because if he dies, we can shoot someone else.
Well, if he doesn't die, then we've alerted him. But if all hit, we can then go for the chickie again because there's no initiative.
I like the all do it at the same time. That's good. Simultaneous.
I've no problem with that, but does that mean that the goal will then have an attack before us?
No initiative.
Before our second?
Don't think so, because she's prone.
She's prone. She's like,
Okay.
I think.
I've got no
So
problem with
it's up,
that.
it's up to the DM what happens. So just do it.
Remember
Do it.
what I...
Do it.
So
my
who
friends.
wants to shoot? So is it 3 of you?
I'm going to shoot with my short bow.
Dear God, you're going to just send loads of arrows flying. Okay.
Okay.
We want to make sure he's dead.
I roll a dice.
Me too.
The D20.
Yeah, it's your to hit. Yeah, whatever your to hit is. So D20.
That's too good, is it? I never know that.
It's here. So where's your short bow there? So you got plus D20 plus 4. So you got 15, you're 19. So you hit. What did you get?
10.
10 misses.
Let's see what I get. 16. I rolled a 10 plus 6. Yeah.
Does anyone else shoot you?
I've got a 9 plus 7. So 16.
Hits as well. So is it 3 of you hit?
I
Sweet.
hit.
Okay, so 3 of you hit. So if you want to roll for damage.
I shoot the floor.
1d6 plus 2.
I think my camera
4.
just died.
4 plus 2, is it?
So you've got 6 pieces of damage. Yeah.
6 damage.
And the rest of you. So
I've got a,
I only got.
whopping-
Yeah.
I got a 1 plus 5, so it's 6 damage for me.
okay, so that's 12 points damage.
I got a 6 as well because it's 2 plus 4.
Wow. So 18 points of damage.
He dead.
Okay. So as he's standing there, all 3 of you kind of sneak to the edge of the rocks, pull your bows together, look at each other. One of you makes a signal. All 3 of you release your arrows at the same time. You just hear this. There's 3 arrows. Stud. So there's 4 of you that were shooting, wasn't there? 4 of you lined up, shot, and you just hear these like 3 thuds as it hits the guard in the tower. One of them goes flying past, and you kind of lose track of where it goes. As you do so, the guard in front of these 3 arrows come out from his chest, and he just kind of slopes and falls forward, and is left slumped dead on top of the tower.
Nice.
At At this point, I need you all to roll initiative.
Ooh. Roll initiative. That's D20, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
D20.
Come on. 12.
Was that 9?
Hang on a minute.
Six.
So, have you got any bonus to it? Initiative? So you got +2.
17.
Oh, this
So
is
you've
gonna
got
be
11.
fucking hilarious.
So Joe's got 11. Let's go around the table to make it easier. Kill.
22.
Brown's
Wow.
got 22. What colour are you, Brown?
Yeah, 17 plus 5.
Okay.
Nice.
Artex?
11.
11. Is that yours, blue one, is it?
Mhm.
Okay. Baron?
3 minus 1, 2.
How do you have a -1 on initiative?
Oh, -1 initiative. This is gonna be fun.
Whoever the last, I keep forgetting what your name is at the moment. Sorry, it's all new. Drake.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I just how did you get a -1?
16.
I'm not a very limber man.
Right, so let me just roll mine.
Tiefling. I'm a very Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I did actually forget to say I have a limp. I forgot to add that to the. A very noticeable limp.
Where is there? Do they not have anything on initiative? Doesn't look like it. Okay. 14.
I should.
Damn initiatives. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm going to have this one. Okay. So first up is I need to roll for him, don't I? Fucking hell. 4 for Des.
4.
What does he have as his thing? That's 4, so he has 8. Okay, cool. Right, so first up is Brune.
Who are we attacking? Or who's attacking?
Prone person.
Oh, the block is not dead then, the one in the tower.
The one in the tower is dead. The one on the floor is prone at the moment.
And I think that gives you advantages on your to hit. I'm not sure.
Well, actually, with range, it's a disadvantage because they're laying on the floor.
Okay.
How about that one up in that tower over there?
Oh, damn it, these models.
Yeah, and I'm also a half pint, so I'm dead certain
Okay,
I'm not much taller than the fence.
I could give you a boost, my
Yeah,
friend.
so it's probably going to be counting as full cover for that then. You're trying to shoot it there unless you climb up one of these rocks or something. But that's going to take your action.
I think we try and move forwards.
You could move up to the edge.
And poor Bartholomew. Okay, I have 25 movement, which gives me this ruler in a bit. To 5. Can I move to about in this little wedge?
Yeah.
I wanna actually. Yeah, you understand where I want to be, in that little gap between rock and
Rock in a
fence.
hard place.
Yes, in a sharp place.
There-ish.
Varish.
Yeah?
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah.
If I want to hold my attack, and
Okay.
it works, the trigger is if that lady stands up.
And you get sight on her, you shoot.
Little rogue lady, I'm gonna let an arrow fly at her. Yes.
Okay. Next up then is
If she's aggro to any other towards the party, she runs away. Let her run away.
okay. Next up is Drake.
Okay, since I sit with the same problem of the character being prone and not being able to see, I'm going to use this action to climb up the rocks. So I have
Okay.
a high vantage point from the shoot.
Okay. No problem. So then that's your turn. Next up is Josephina and the Artex. It's both at the same time, so it's up to you what order you kind of do it.
You can go, John.
I've shot. Now that we've shot, we no longer stealth, are we?
Yep.
Stuff. Or are we? Can I attempt to hide to sneak along this fence and still be hidden?
It's not really there's no cover for the.
What's
Like, the
this
fence has got
bush?
holes all in it.
Bit
So
of outcrop.
what bit of outcrop there isn't any?
Or this bit of.
Well, you've got to run all the way over there. You're nowhere near that at the moment.
What's this bit of outcrop?
Nothing. It's just green on the floor.
It's too far for me to shoot. The distance.
No, it's not too far for you to shoot.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
Okay. Oh well, in that case, I'm going to shoot this man. Yeah.
Which one's yours there? Which one are you trying to shoot at? You can't see him.
I can't see him.
No. Not unless you move forward and
Okay.
come down here.
In that case, I'm going to have to move forward.
Change your cursor to the
Oh,
hand. That's it.
I'm going to hide here behind what's his name?
You'll have to climb up there.
What?
Where are you go? Where are you going?
Yeah, so I hide behind Bartholomew.
Bartholomew's not in there.
That's Bartholomew.
Oh, the horse Bartholomew. Right. Okay. So you're going to run. I mean, that's a long movement that you've just done there.
How far was it?
That's probably a dash at least.
I can move 35.
Yeah.
I was behind this one, and I've moved to here.
35 is about 7 on there.
Oh, is it? Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Say that you could probably move to, yeah. You say you could just jump over the fence.
Okay, I'll hide behind this one.
Okay.
I tell him, just keep still for a minute.
So you're not shooting.
I'm
That's
going
just
to
it.
hide behind you.
Okay, you're going to come stick. You go jump over the fence
Do you think
and
I
kind
can
of hide
shoot from
behind the
there? Can I
horse.
see him?
Well,
Can
no,
I
you're
see
hiding
him
behind the
from there?
horse. What? There's a person laying on the floor there. You know that, don't you?
Oh, forgot about her.
Okay, Artex, what do you want to do?
Where I'm standing at the moment, can I actually see her? So if I would line up my bow and arrow, would I be able to line her in my sights?
I would say yes, but it would count as full cover, I think, which is like find out what full cover is now. I forgot. Yeah, you can shoot or through. Or maybe if you'd move, you're probably a little bit far away. You can move forward a little bit to look over the fence because you're normal height, and then there would be less cover. But from there, I would say probably 3/4 cover.
So if I were to try and shoot her, would I roll at a disadvantage?
For cover, it's quick look. So if you have a 3/4 cover, they have +5 bonus to their AC.
Ouch.
Screw it,
join me
I'm
on
gonna
the-
try. Screw it,
join
I'm
me on
going to
the
try
rock.
and shoot her. I'm going to try and shoot her.
You're going to try and shoot it, okay?
Yeah.
And you do actually have a disadvantage because she's laying down as well.
Yeah, so how much disadvantage?
It's just like you roll 2 dice and take the lowest.
Oh, okay. 3. 2. Okay, so I'm there.
So you take aim, release the arrow, and you just hear this twang as it kind of hits the wood fence in front of you. It just stops dead.
Oops.
Do you want to move anywhere, or is that it?
I'm going to move on top of the
No, you're not.
Now you need to use an action to get on top of the rocks.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
if you're going to go that high, you can climb at the sort of knee-high-ish one, but I think if you want to go right up, you need an action for that. So
I'll just
you
crawl.
don't have.
He's falling over.
I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Next up is that Bryn? I think so. So he's already on top of the rocks, but he's not really gonna be able to see from where he is. So he's going to make a dash. I think he can dash. So he can only really get to the end of the rock, or he can fall through the table.
Oh no!
Stealth moves. So he's running down to
Why
about
does
there.
they just go and kill her?
You can't run that far.
Oh,
This is an evil table.
We were spoiled last week with
Yeah, let you run
massive
past.
movement.
Okay, so next up then, that's all he can do for his turn, is Baron.
Ah, finally! I was growing impatient. I would like to. Who's left? This woman lying on the floor here down here. She's
That you can
alive.
see at the moment, yeah.
Yes. So can I get a little bit closer? And I'm going to blow her away with my Eldritch Blast.
Okay. About there.
Yes, I think that would do, my
So
friend.
you got a disadvantage, I think, because of the cover. Because of she's prone.
She's right. Maybe I should just step on the rock here so I get a better angle of her. Just to lift myself a little bit further up on the so I can see over the thing
Yeah,
in
you
front
can
of
see
me.
it's not your view that's the problem. It's because she's prone. So
no,
at
okay.
range you get a disadvantage on
Okay.
prone things.
Okay, no problem.
Presumably you get an advantage because they can't move, but because they're laying down, they get an advantage.
Okay, that's fine. Let me sorry, I just need to get out of this for a brief second. I just need to roll a this is all new to me still. 2 seconds.
D20 plus a modifier.
Yeah, that's what I'm just
So it's-
digging out. I'm just digging out my
Yeah, it's your
modifiers.
like a normal range weapon.
Yeah, so it's which one's my modifier for? Which one would that be? Eldritch Blast +3. There we go. Oh, is that just +3 and then 1d10 is the actual hit? Is that right, or is the +3
Yep.
for? Okay,
The +3 is weight.
But you have to do a hit first, which is a
Yeah.
d20.
this is a d20.
So a
yeah,
ranged
sorry.
attack, and then you do a. If you hit, you do damage.
This is a ranged attack. And so I don't get any extra numbers on the thing, isn't it? You just roll 20 straight. I'm just trying to remember. Sorry, because my brain's.
For yours, it's your to attack. It's +3 to hit.
Doesn't matter.
So you
It
roll
fucking
with
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. +3 to hit, is it? Oh, because I got
d20 +3.
7, 4, and +3, 7.
So 10. No, you miss. So you send this like bolt of dark light towards the thing. She kind of
Fucking
rolls out the
bad.
way to one side, and you see it sort of like burn a hole in the floor.
Yes, I'm a
Okay.
little bit short-sighted, it would appear.
So that's the end of the first turn.
is that some more?
We come back on. So these guys. So first up is Brune.
She still hasn't moved.
Just trying to understand the ruler again. What is it? That's not 12 feet then.
No. Each tab is 5 feet.
It's 60. It's 60 feet.
60 total.
Each tab is 5 feet.
It's 60.
Ah,
So
wait,
that's
it's
60. 120.
Probably the scale. I need to look at the scales on this because I think that's probably like well out compared to the size of some things.
Well, it's easy. Point it upside down, put it next to the fence, and
No, I know. I
This
mean,
is 4 feet.
yeah.
And scale it. So I cannot see this guy in the.
Yeah, I mean, 30 feet, you'd be at the end of the fence, probably by 30 feet.
There's a guy in the tower.
Tell you what
I
we
should
can
be able
do.
to see him.
If I go on to this, that work?
I see a grid.
Yeah. Cool.
How much
Yes.
do you reckon?
Don't see a grid.
What is
Well,
5
I
feet
don't
in
know
normal
why. Does that
terms?
look
Only
more
if you
like
scroll in,
that's
you can
5
see the
feet?
grid.
Yeah, that's about right. I'd say because about 30
5
feet would
feet.
seem to the
Yeah.
end of the to the end of
Okay, we'll use that
the
grid then.
paddock. Just based on the size of the horses and the size of everything, that
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of seems about right.
Yeah.
That looks a bit better.
10,
Okay, we'll go with that.
15,
I can make this
20,
ruler.
25,
Because
30.
we looked like we were kind of stuck in mud.
Yeah. So if I did that, that's actually probably more accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, that actually fits, and each one of them are 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's 60.
Like I said, guys, we're still learning the software.
No, it's fun. It's good.
So that ruler now.
Okay, cool. So
Seeing that girl has not stood up, I'm gonna move my huge movement distance for half pints of 25
yeah.
to there. And I'm gonna take a shot at that guy on the tower because he's definitely within 150.
Okay.
What tower?
So there's a tower as you
It's
go
right in
forward and
front of
approach.
me.
You can now see that the tower at the end of the road. There, like I said to you before, you could see the struts at the bottom. As you get closer, you can now see the platform at the top. That's actually within the trees. He is in, I would say, half cover at the top of there, but you can see him now.
I mean, I'm not seeing the two guys coming towards me yet.
You probably could by now, actually.
It says there, yeah.
What's that? 60,
Do we-
just over 60. Yeah, you can. I would say you can. So, like, as you're approaching, there's like a tree thicket to the side of the pen. As you walk forward, approach, you notice these two, the other bandits coming. They're like charging towards where all the disturbance and the noise is. Obviously, they had view on where the guard fell from the tower, so they investigate that. The same as the guard on the other tower is now looking in your direction as well.
Okay. If I stand on my toes, can I shoot over the fence?
How tall are you?
4.5 feet.
Yeah, let's say it's like a 4-foot fence, so you can probably just about, if you lean up against it, shoot over it, you bloody halflings. Scuppered by
Okay.
a fence.
So I will be going for that guy, and it should. I'm not gonna measure. Well, I can measure it, but I'm pretty
This
certain
one?
that will be. Yes, within what?
Okay.
That's 150.
That's in range, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
You got a short bow or a long bow?
Longbow.
Yeah, yes, easily in range for a normal attack.
Actually, it's a humongous bow.
For you,
How
yeah.
do you manage to shoot that thing?
It's a giant's bow.
What?
Gangster style, I tell you.
Wow.
No,
I
I
am
have to be slightly
massively
scared.
impressed.
Okay, so I'm rolling a d20. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Well, let's switch it on. That was plus my 7, it would be 9.
That misses.
Yes.
Yes. So your arrow just goes, and as you're like leaning against this fence, slightly unbalanced, you see your arrow kind of skit off as you can't really shoot too well. So next up is one of the woman actually. No, not her. Next up is the guard in this tower now who can see you. So he's going to shoot at Brune. Now he's seen you all. So he is going to look. I think he's got a crossbow. Just check. So yeah, he has a light crossbow. So d20 plus 3. That's 18, 19, 21.
Oh.
21 hits you, I presume.
Who's he shooting at?
Brune.
Ah.
I don't think he's listening. Brune? Yeah, anyway, it hits. And then to damage. Where is it? 1d8. Oh, if I can find the right freaking dice. There it is.
Brune is more stairs.
Damage. Brune, you take 8 points of damage.
Isn't Brune days?
What is who? Not who
No.
shoot it? Is the guy I was shooting at me, or
I
the
don't
one
know.
on the tower?
The guy in the tower is shooting at you.
Oops.
Okay.
That noise.
That's my one. Okay, this is not where I sit. Shift. 1. How many you said? 8 points.
8 points of damage, yeah.
Yeah.
So you see the guard from the tower kind of pull up his crossbow, load his bolt, fire, and as he aims down, you just see kind of jut down and hit Brune straight in the leg. I don't know who's playing with zip ties. Okay, that's the end of. He's going to stay up on the tower. That's the end of his turn. Next up is 14. Who's green? Loki.
Oh, mine.
Drake, you're next.
Okay. I'm still going for the prone character.
Okay.
Is it still advantages for when I hit her, or?
Disadvantage because you're doing ranged, aren't you? And she's laying down.
Yeah, but I mean the disadvantage is on her, right? I get to roll 2 dice.
No, you have a yeah. So you roll 2 dice and take the lowest.
Oh, okay. Oh, first one's an 8.
Is that only for ranged, the disadvantage?
I got 14.
You take the lowest, so you got 8.
8 plus 6 is 14.
Oh, okay, sorry. So 14 that hits.
Woohoo! Here's my damage dice.
In the knee, 8. Brune's taking it to the knee.
11. 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage, nice. Take it down. Okay, so as you perch on your rock, you manage to fire an arrow, and it goes just beneath the horse's head, straight into her chest, and you just hear this like thud as it kind of goes into her leather armor and sinks deep in. You hear this kind of like grumble. She's still breathing, but looks like in a really bad way straight away. It did a lot of damage.
Okay. I guess I won't be freeing those bosoms.
Next up is...
So is she dead?
No, she's not quite dead. So next up is her turn. So she's going to stand up and try to... I think that's like half her movement to do that. She's going to try and run away. So she can move... what's their movement? Let me just check. I think it's 30, yeah. So that's taken 15. So she can get not really very far. And climb up to the back of there. Sort of like, kind of gets to about where the wagon is, on top of the wagon. Trying to escape. That's the end of her turn. Next up is Trinity and Josephina.
Go ahead, Joe.
Sure. I think I'm going to shoot the bandit woman.
Okay. Well, you have to probably move.
I was just thinking that. I'm just going to move a bit towards.
Yeah.
That's probably close enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely close enough. So I'm going to shoot her with my short bow. 7.
Okay. Plus 3, I think. That's 10. So that misses.
Misses.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you just let an arrow go, and you see it fly past her. She kind of, as she climbs up the wagon, she sort of slips because she's injured, leans forward, and as she leans forward, the arrow just skims the top of past her head. Artex, your turn.
Same. I'm going to move within range of her and then shoot her with.
Okay.
Not sure how far I need to move. So.
So what, up against the fence type of thing? There, or if you use the ruler and just point, and I'll move
Okay,
them. It's
cool.
fine.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
Oh, I'm standing on top of the thing.
Yeah, so
Oh boy, 18 plus 6.
that hits.
That's good.
Plus 4 piercing. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. So as she runs away, she's climbing over the thing. You let an arrow loose, and it just kind of hits a straight square in the back of her, well, in her back on the spine. You just see this, and she kind of like slumps as she's climbing up the wagon. Just slumps forward and lays flat on her face on the other side of the wagon as she falls down.
She did.
She is definitely dead.
Yeah. Another one bites the dust.
Okay.
Quick question, Miss.
Yeah,
The horses, are they spooked at the moment? And they're doing kind of like running around? Do you think? And do they have their saddles? Is there any chance we potentially ride one?
They have no saddles on them at the moment.
Do you want to ride one? Because I could ask them for you.
Well, that would be actually that would be kind of cool. I'd love to jump on one and just ride into the.
Hey, Dobbin, will you be able to help my friend? Will you let him ride you and try to kill all these?
Directly into trouble.
Try to kill these bandits. Give you an extra carrot.
No one rides me apart from my owner.
No.
No.
All right.
There's no, sorry.
They don't really know what's going on at the moment. They're not the most intelligent of creatures. There's lots of shooting and killing going on there. They're kind of spooked.
I'm reassuring them all the time.
Yeah, you're telling them, but it's not really enough. I should really book up the fan. Okay, so next up is Bryn. So he's going to now move a bit further this time, because he can. So make the difference. I think you can go about 30, so we're going to get him up to there. And there's not really anyone. Well, actually, you can shoot. Was it 80 with the short bow, wasn't it? So he's going to take a shot at that guard up there. Well, it's going to be a disadvantage because of the distance, though.
Is it?
Yeah. 80, isn't it? So that's 60. What the? Okay. The ruler's just got a bit excited there. He rolls 9 plus, I think it's plus 3. Oh no, plus 6 to hit, so it's 15. So he hits. Rolls damage. 1d8. Find the freaking thing again. There it is. 1d8. 3 plus 4. 7 points of damage. The guard up there takes 7 points of damage.
Do you reckon I could run up the guard tower? Is that...
I was thinking the same thing.
Next up is Baron.
Okay, so I would like to just move as far along as I possibly can, so I can then basically get hold of. Is that Clint there? Yes.
Yes.
So I can
Well,
aim
so you
at.
move to
So I
about
can
there.
aim at. I may adjust the I to and the L to a different letter, but yes, aim at. Quint. I'd like to aim at him and Eldritch Blast again. So the same bow.
Okay.
So do exactly the same thing. Roll. 8 plus 3 is 11.
11.
Yeah, to hit.
Is a miss, I'm afraid.
Okay. Tonight is not my night. Clearly.
Okay, so top of the round. So that you are then. These two are now going to move.
Wow. Single dice.
It is a long way.
About 30. That's because I changed the scale people. The first time was a little bit different.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and that's all they can do their turn. So back up to Brune. It's your turn. With your little still got arrows sticking out your leg. Don't forget.
Does that make me slower?
No, I'm sure
I'm
you.
already
You're slow enough as it is. We can't pin you to the ground.
I have no clear shot on any of those two guys. Don't want to run, but I have to live.
I'd say you have a
Okay.
clear shot on Clint if you wanted to. I mean, you're by
Yeah.
the fence, and he's.
I'm just gonna hope that the guy in the tower takes a shot at somebody else. So, yes,
Ah, there's the dice.
we are rolling to hit Clint.
Okay.
I have a d20 with a +7. Okay. Hey, switch on. Okay, rolling. 5, 12, not hit.
Hits. 12 hits.
Ooh. Miracles do happen. Okay. D8. Get my D8. And it's a 4. And I put damage on 5, so it's 9.
9 points of damage. So as you
Yes.
you're shooting at the Clint, did you say? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So he takes 9 points of damage. Okay. So the arrows go through. Oh shit! That wasn't meant to happen. You see, like an arrow just sort of hits him in the shoulder. He kind of shrugs it off. Next up is Loki.
Okay, from the distance where I am on the rocks, I now can see Clint, but is he in range with my weapon, which is it can reach 150?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sweet. I'm going for Clint.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And 14 altogether.
Hits.
Oh, sweet. Come on, good dice, good dice. 8 plus how much? 12. Here we go. 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Okay, nice.
Put him down. Come on.
It's the highest I could have rolled. I got an 8. Yay!
That's good.
So as you aim down, another arrow goes straight into his arm, and he kind of like just looks at it again and just snaps the arrow off, along with the other one, and kind of again just sort of shrugs it off. It kind of looks like it has a bit of an impact, but not too much.
Oh my.
Damn. It's tough.
Next up is so they're dead. Did I say he's dead?
Got better.
One of the towers next. He's going to now shoot at. He's going to shoot at Baron because he's the closest one that's there.
Can't see.
So it's 9, 10, 12. Baron.
Sorry. Where am I going? I didn't realize it was me so soon. Oh my goodness.
No, it's not
I'm so
you.
excited.
12.
Oh no.
12.
Shit.
Does it hit you or not?
It hit me, 12. My armor is 9, so...
Yeah, that hits them. Okay. 1d8.
Be gent.
He
hang on.
does 2 points of damage.
Okay, but I have my spectral shield thing on, so...
No, it's not a melee attack.
Does it matter? It doesn't have to always be a melee attack. It just
for hit points.
that's to do with if they get hit points. It's to do. Pretty much force manifesting spectral frost. You gain a 5 temporary hit points for duration. Temporary hit points. Oh, so would my 9 then have +5? Or is that hit points is if I hit someone else?
Yeah, it's your temporary hit points. You have your 9's your normal, and then you have +5 on top of that.
So yeah, so I would have I'd had 14 then. Would have been my hit points. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. What you do is on that counter you've got, you should have 3. So put your temporary hit points on the other one.
Sorry.
And then take put your temporary hit points on it, and then take away.
Sorry.
What did I just say? 2 points of damage. So you should have 3 left on temporary. Okay.
Gotcha.
And then your armor does cold damage to him, but only on melee.
Only on melee, so it's fine. So yeah. Sorry, that's what I was understanding. Yeah. No,
that's fine.
Basically,
Okay, so that's the end of
Nifty
his
spell.
turn. And next up is who did I just have before that? Was Kane. So next up is Artex and Josephina again.
Like a first then?
Yep.
Is it they within 5 feet of each other?
They rolled really low initiative, those two.
Clint and his friend.
Within each other, they're. I'd say they were
5
5
feet.
feet if you count that one square between them. Yeah.
Okay then, so I'm going to
is evil.
cast my ice knife spell at them.
Okay.
So I complicated this one. So
you create a shard of ice.
Create a shard of ice and throw it at Clint
You've got to do a ranged attack spell.
against the target.
Yeah. So on your D&D Beyond, it should say on here, your ice knife is +5. So D20 +5
The blue one the most.
of the blue one then. 16. That definitely hits.
+5
Yep.
is
Doesn't matter. It hits.
okay. It hits.
Yeah.
Hit or miss. The shard then explodes.
Well, first of all,
Oh.
on a hit, the
On a
target
hit.
takes 1d10
1d10
piercing damage. So roll the
piercing damage.
d10.
Is that that one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
So the
No,
shard.
that's a d10. Sorry, that's not a d10. Hang on. No, is there a 10 on there? Oh yeah, the 0 is the 10, isn't it? Sorry. Yeah. Go on.
So it hits him, and the shard. What's that? 3. Ah,
So it does 3 points of damage to
3
him.
points of damage to him.
The shard then explodes, and each creature within 5 foot must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold. Each of them. So he's done 3 points of damage on him. 1 second, let me get sorted first.
So the shard hits him and takes 3 points of damage.
Which one did you do that on, Clint?
Clint.
Okay.
And then it explodes. Causes more cold damage.
Okay, so he needs to do another 2d. Oh no, he's got to do a dex saving throw. So what is your spell proficiency? Or your what's it called?
My wisdom.
Spell save.
Spell save.
I don't know if I have a spell save.
Where's your other spell sheet? There. So spell save is 13. So I've got to roll a d20. So this is for Clint. He fouls. And then this is for the other one. 16. So he passes. So the other one doesn't get hit. Clint then takes another.
Clint then takes
So do 2d6.
Half damage.
2d6.
Is it 2d6 did it say? Sorry?
Yes, 2d6 of cold damage.
You know, so 10 points of cold damage on Clint again.
Ha!
Okay.
He must be near dying now, this little bugger.
Die, you bugger. Freeze to death.
Okay, nice. Well done. So you kind of what is that
So
spell?
it's my. I create a shard of ice and fling it at Clint.
So as the
Shard
ice,
explodes.
so as this knife ice just goes straight towards Clint, it sticks into him, and as it does so, you see it shatter and explode into a load of pieces. The other bandit that's there manages to pull up his shield and block the shards that come flying towards him. The rest of them kind of shine up, and you just see these bits of ice, almost like glass, flick into Flint's face as he squints, and all this cut and blood starts pouring out of his face. Little tiny cuts and daggers where it kind of hit him.
No more spells.
Is that what your spell is used? Okay. So next up is Bryn. He's going to start forward.
Isn't it me?
Sorry,
Sure,
Artex. Yes, sorry. Because you're at the same time.
I'm gonna cross the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I in range? Can I see them?
This is lethal. So where are you? Yeah, I'd say that's still in range, yep.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do the same. Past it.
Okay.
Hello.
Range spell attack. What do I do?
So yours is
Just put it away. But...
no, not yours. It's different.
D20 plus.
Yours is plus 6 to hit, so D20 plus 6.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 3. So it's 9.
Oh,
So 9, okay, that misses. So even though it misses, they still got to then do a dex saving for us. So what's your DC? 17.
No.
That one passes. Forget it. They both passed. So as your shard, your nice shard flings towards them, it explodes. Misses. Clint manages to duck out the way, and as he does so, he explodes, and his ice shards go everywhere. They both, knowing of what's to come this time, both put the shields above their heads as the ice just like clings onto their shields, and then starts slowing the water and slowly drips down their shields. One had 17 and one rolled natural 20. So
I just threw snow cones.
next up is Bryn. So yeah, he's going to run forward so that he can see them both. Oh no, did he shoot the one in the tower? Did he kill that one?
yeah, the tower guy's still alive.
The tower guy's still alive. Okay, so he's going to shoot the one in the tower. It's D20. 3 plus 6 and 9, that misses. So it goes up, flings an arrow to one at the tower. The bloke in the tower kind of just moves to one side as his arrow flies past him. Next up is these two guards. So one of them is going to 20, 25. He's going to come forward. And just stand on his mate. Have a go at Brennan.
Does he get height advantage?
No, he just kind of kicks him out of the way. So he's going to make a melee attack on Baron. Which
I'm gonna get a consolidatory.
unslices his scimitar, swings and hits with a 15. And then to damage.
Who's he attacking?
Brannon. Sorry, not Brannon. Baron.
Oh, yes.
Taking a swing
Great.
on Baron. Hits, and then he. What the hell's he done? His is 1d6 plus 1. So 4 points of damage. Slashing damage to you.
He's within range of me, right, though?
He's meleeing you, so yeah.
Yeah, so he will take damage.
So he takes.
If it hits you, it's you with a
just
melee
5
attack.
points of cold damage. Okay.
While you have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage. So he'll take 3. You won't take 5, so only have 3.
Why will he take 3?
No,
It
as
says
long as
because
you have- Sorry?
Go for it. What are you going to say?
No, because it says as long as you have temporary hit points, he takes 5 damage. So it's not, it doesn't matter the amount, it's just as long as you have temporary hit
As long as I
points.
have the
he'll
spell
take
on me. Okay. Well, he hit me. Here's my question then to you, because this is. I'll let the team decide. He hit me with a 4, which in theory would shatter my.
Yeah, but at the time you had that armor,
time.
you had the temporary hit points still on you. So as he hit you,
Okay.
he wiped those hit points off. So
Yeah.
as you see, so he swings his scimitar around, smacks into your chest. Your ice armor just shatters beneath the blow. As he
Yeah.
does so, you see this ice sort of crawl up his blade and just freeze his arm for a bit and cause severe pain as it slowly then thaws. Along with the
Sexy.
armor, it takes 4 points of damage in that way.
Very
Okay, so
cool.
that's it. End of his
Okay.
turn. The other one,
I take damage though. I do take +1 minus damage.
you took,
to my actual.
yes,
Yeah,
1 damage on your normal thing, yeah.
Yeah, so
Your temporary ones are clear. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 30. He can't get very far. He's gonna. Going to dash down towards Bryn, I think. Can't do anything because that's the end of his turn. Okay, next up is your turn, Baron.
Okay, so
La Baron.
Stab him in the face.
well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to. I'm just thinking if my Eldritch Blast, if he's too close to me, or if that's okay. I don't think it has a disadvantage how close they are to me.
Yeah, no, spells don't have the disadvantages. Just your ranged weapons normally.
Yeah. So I'm going to smash him with a. I'm just going to keep trying because something's got to happen at some point. Come on, dice!
Hit him, please.
Come on, for the love of God!
Kill him.
13, 16 plus 3.
That hits.
16.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so finally. Oh my God. Yeah. So 1d10.
You roll that.
Yeah.
He's going, please, do I have to?
3. If I got the right dice. Did I get the right dice? Oh no, I got the wrong dice. Sorry. Excuse me. Wrong dice.
Should be the one that goes, got a 0 on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I chose the wrong dice. Sorry. Try again.
Okay, roll it again.
I think that's a 6. Is it the one with the 6 with
The dot at the
six.
bottom is the dot is at
6,
the bottom of the number.
Yeah, 6.
What's the
Yeah.
damage? Okay. Do you want to explain what your Eldritch Blast does?
Yeah, so a beam of crackling light energy streaks towards the character, making a creature takes more. Yeah, that's it.
So you just beam of
Just
like this
literally
dark,
just like
dark energy, like you kind of thrust your hand forwards, and it's just like it's not that far. You just this beam of like hits him into the chest, and you see this dark black light start covering over his chest as he kind of wilts underneath it. He's looking in quite a bad state now. Finally.
And a bit pasty.
And next up is Brune.
hit
Brune.
me, will you?
What?
Or unless you want to move, of course. Sorry.
Um,
Yes and not.
die with the group. Because this thing's not going anywhere. Okay. Rolling dice. For this Clint.
Okay.
10 plus 7, so 17.
It's a hit.
That's a hit.
Yay!
Gotcha. And rolling damage. 3 plus damage is 5, I think. Yes. 3 plus 5, 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice.
This kid's like a super guy.
Very cool.
How do you want to do that for him?
How do I want to do it?
How do you want to do
I'm nearly down on my broken knee.
it?
Letting the arrow go and just hitting for center mass, chest. Just hit. We need to get him off the map.
As you're kind of slumping down on your injured knee with the arrow sticking out of it, you pull back, your arrow flies, whizzes just past Baron's ear and straight into the chest of Clint as he kind of and blood just comes out of his mouth before he can even release a gasp, and he slumps forward, holding onto the arrow. He is now dead.
Yay!
Ah,
Super Clint is gone.
Well done.
Yeah.
Good job, little man. Good job.
well done.
Never mess with us small guys.
I'm not so certain. I'm feeling
Okay,
under
so-
the weather.
Don't
Next
worry, I
up
got you.
is we're back up to the top of the table, and it is whatever your name is, because I can't remember it. Drake. Jeez.
Yeah?
Well, to remember these names. Drake.
Yeah, what about my character?
Your
go.
turn.
Your
Your
go.
turn.
Oh, okay, cool. The guy next to Clint, I'm going to go take a shot for him. Or the guy
Okay.
that was with him. Okay, ranged attack.
Oh,
Come on. 7. Oh, 13.
13.
Bob. You called him
Misses.
Bob.
Darn! I wasn't standing properly on my rock here.
Misses.
Just a little slip as I shot.
So as you shoot, the arrow kind of flies past Bryn, and the bloke manages to quickly pull up his shield, and he just as the arrow pumps into the side of his shield. It's kind of like now got bits of ice slowly melting through it. The arrows, a couple of arrows sticking out of it.
You just hear from my side. I meant to do that.
A girl called Bob.
You know.
That was not a girl. Next up is Artex and Josephina.
I think I'm just going to shoot him with my bow. It's quite close, isn't he? Get any advantage for being closer?
More like disadvantages.
If you're too close, you'll get disadvantage. Yeah. No, you're right. You just got normal
Okay.
from that distance.
Right, let's have a look then. Pull my bow. Get the arrow in.
10 plus 5, I think. So that hits. You're plus 5
Plus
to hit.
4, isn't it?
Okay, 14.
14.
That misses.
No.
I feel bad. I missed as well.
So you go up the arrow, you think, oh yeah, let's get him. And then the arrow just kind of, once again, he brings up his shield back round. He's kind of like spinning around, blocking everybody's things. And another arrow hits the shield, plugs into the wood. His shield's almost like getting chips cut out of it now as it's going along.
This guy's going to think he's
your turn.
This guy's going to think he's invincible.
At the moment, he is.
I'm going
Let's
to do
go
the
for the
same.
knees.
I'm going to also take my longbow and try and shoot him.
Wow, this is a very bow-heavy group.
Distance.
Nobody wants to die early. That's why we have bows.
17 plus 6. Yay.
17 plus 6, yeah, that hits.
23. Eight plus 4.
Oh, nice.
12.
12.
Yeah, I'm sure that's killed him.
Come on.
Not quite. So the arrow goes through. You release the arrow from where you are. Just again, Bryn's kind of moves to one side, and as he does so, the arrow goes through, hits him in the stomach, manages to get into his bladder. So it's like, out. Next up is Bryn, who is now going to have to do a melee attack since he's in melee range. Let me find out what Bryn's thing is. So he's got a dagger, so he's got plus 6 to hit. 6 and 12. So he also misses. Wow. So as he comes through with the dagger, the bloke's kind of already ducking, bending down because of this arrow in him, and he just brings his shield round and knocks his arm out of the way. The next up is his turn. He's going to hit Bryn back. 12.
Just a heads up, I've only got about another 15 minutes, I'm afraid, guys. It's 12 o'clock now.
Oh, that's 3.
Oh gosh.
So he misses. Okay. Next up is Baron. So he just kind of swings, and then Bryn just ducks down underneath it.
Okay, and we've got this dude just to the right of me next to Bryn, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
Bob.
so Eldridge. Yet again, we're gonna smash this guy. I could just use this as much as I can, can't I? I don't have, it's not.
It's a cantrip, so yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, same deal. So D20. 12. 9 plus 3. 12.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Hits. I was getting worried. I'm throwing some horrible dice tonight. Okay, so that's a 10. So we get with 2.
2 points of damage. Okay.
2 points of damage.
this not so big blast sort of hits him in the side of the face. You kind of see darkens for a second, and he kind of just shrugs his head and shakes it off a little bit.
Just fucking awful.
Next up is Brune.
Better than one.
You certain?
Yes.
What about the guy with... Okay. I will be shooting arrows at him again. Well, at Bob.
Bob.
Yeah, poor Bob is getting another arrow from me.
He's already got a quiver full in his shield at the moment.
Yeah, it's not that good. It's 6 plus 7, so it is only 13.
Yeah, that one misses, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Next up is Drake.
Okay. I'm going for the same guy again. Let's just hope this works.
Finish him.
17 altogether.
That hits.
Yeah. Damage is only 8.
And how do you want to do it?
With my bow and arrow.
Yeah, well, you finished him, so.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah.
I got him.
So as you pull back, you finally go, look, for God's sake, just die! Release the arrow, and it goes straight into his eye socket, and his arrow just slumps into his head. He's like, and it falls down forward. Bryn manages to quickly just dart out of the way as he lays flat. Dead.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's an audible wincing sound from me. Ooh.
So well done. That's it. They're all dead.
Woo.
And now we need to find this.
Yeah, but it's late, so we'll leave it
Okay.
there. That's a good point, I think, to finish it. You've killed the ones that you can see at the moment.
When did the guy in the tower die?
He just bled to death.
Oh,
Oh, it's a slow death.
It was a very slow death. One life. He bled out.
Okay, because that's why I was surprised that it was my turn. I thought
Oh.
he had to play.
Okay, so
Cool. All right, that was cool. That's the second time we've used it. I like it. I think it's cool. Nice.
So sorry everybody for it. It's very bitty, and it's just a lot of things that were going on, and there's some things that are setting up, and it's hard unless we're all together to actually set them up. So it took us a while to get those sorted, but we'll hopefully what we need to try and do is meet people in the week and get like a character sorted out that they want to play. But I think without using the character sheets and having your own character sheets definitely works a bit better. Once we learn the characters a little bit more, you won't have to look up every move and spell that you do and things like that, so it should be a little bit quicker as well.
Yeah.
But hopefully everybody that was watching, thank you very much for joining us. Again, sorry it was late and a bit bitty. Hopefully it will get better. But yes, thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
No, thank God. Cheers.
Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your
Cheers,
Easter,
all.
everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Have a good Easter, everybody. Goodbye.
Have a good one.
When you're ready.
Kill the bunnies.
I will go to the other page.